And good evening to everybody. There's still a lot, and I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to what's been going on. Arkansas flooding emergencies. There's all kinds of terrible things going on in these areas. Oh my gosh. But before I do all this, there's a flash flood emergency, and that's the one in Arkansas, but there's one in Tennessee, Mississippi. It's just not good. There are 52 flash flood warnings. And one flash warning has all these areas involved. Just look how extensive this is. I've never seen so many. There are 52 flash flood warnings. And hello to everybody that's watching on TikTok. And oh my gosh, I was showing my biking video yesterday, and I got kind of hit like that was not a good thing to show. A biking video? I found that bizarre. But anyway, I'm back on TikTok. I wasn't here for 24 hours. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? What's going on? But it's been resolved. But anyway, yeah, this is really, really not good. Elise, and it's headed our way Monday. We had some heavy rain here earlier. It was raining really hard. But, you cannot compare to what's going on with some of these areas. It's like catastrophic in some areas with the flooding. And there's 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Kentucky, West Virginia, wow, Tennessee. And there's still 4 current tornado warnings. This one's about to expire. These are getting old here. And this one is 34 minutes. So, and pretty much you could see what the activity is. That is a nasty cell right there. So even now, you've got this extreme weather. You had sleet earlier? Wow. It is chilly out there here. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 43 degrees.
So it's going to stay right where it is. But remember, we're going into our second week of April now. And April is April showers bring May flowers thing, but it's also a very unsettled month for temperatures too. It's like a roller coaster. It goes up and down here. I'm talking about the Hudson Valley, New York. But I don't want to get into the details of the tragic stuff that's going on in this areas, states. This is widespread. But at least we were able to cover it as much as we could, at least as much as I could. And hopefully it helped people in preparation to some of this advanced information. But that is not a good looking storm right there. Now the same guy's out there. He's moving. Look at it. It's the same 2 from yesterday. Wow, his signal is bad. But they're observing this latest cell. It's the same individuals like yesterday. All right, let me finish doing what I was doing here. What am I missing? Oh, okay. Missing this one. And obviously, it's going to be dark soon. It's just getting dark here. So that's Central Time. So it's 6:31 Central. Excuse me. Now, TikTokers, if you're interested in astronomy, well, I'm going to have someone on next Saturday night. And he has an amazing channel. I don't know if he does anything on TikTok, but we're going to try to get him on and start using it. You could look him up, Mark D'Antonio. He's been on numerous television programs, documentaries. He's an astronomer. He's also a photo video analyst for MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network. He just installed a second telescope in Arizona, so he has now two, and there will be a third. You have to see the incredible images that he gets in the dark skies in Arizona and he knows his stuff. I mean, you're talking about a guy who knows his stuff. He's going to come on and spend time with me next week. Next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, if you're really interested in astronomy, and I know that there's people in the other chats, Elise says Mark's the best. It's amazing. I mean, if I was to show you his website, just to give you a background. This is his website, Sky Tour Livestream. And over here, you can go down to the bottom. And, he posts his feed there. He's got the All Sky Camera. But he's got an online database here for free. It's massive. Massive. Why am I in mine? I've got a lot of files from the station. That's the problem. But why did it open mine? That's kind of bizarre. It's not going to let me access his because I'm full in mine. It's going to mine. Oh my God. But it's kind of weird why that's doing that, though. That shouldn't happen. I mean, I have access. Let me try to open up this in a different browser. That shouldn't happen. That it's prompting me to go into mine. That doesn't actually make too much sense. Let me see if I do it in a different browser. Yeah, it's taking me back to mine. Why is that? Let me see if I can figure this out. They always want you to pay for more. I have to call him. Why is it doing that it's making me go to mine? I haven't the slightest clue. I'm going to log out. It's amazing how everything is you have to tie it into your own. That makes no sense to me. And the weird thing is, these are such old files. 2023 station files. It doesn't even make sense. I don't even know how to delete them. But anyway, check out his website. Let's just say that. And you can see all the images that he posts. Yeah, it's a major fail. He does do the best shows. No doubt about it. He's amazing. Mark is amazing. What the heck? I mean, I'm seeing stuff in here. This folder's empty. I don't even know what the heck this is. But all I know, there's a lot of stuff in here. But we're about to get rid of a bunch. 2013? I don't know what even that is. It's like a haunted place. An image of a haunted place. I'm like, what is that? All right, let me just delete all this. This doesn't... I can't get in it. Okay, deleted. Okay. This folder's empty. Holy Christ. This is really old stuff. This is like old show stuff, food, pictures. What the hell? Planes? Let me see what's in this one. Oh my God. It is so ridiculous. This one's empty. This whole folder's gonna go. It's all trash. Oh my God. It's so old. All right, we can get rid of all of this. The whole freaking folder. (2014). Delete. Public. Folder's empty. Music. I'm scared to look in this one. Okay, this one can go. It's nothing vital. Delete. I just want to be able to access it. You should all be able to anyway. Documents. Oh, there's a lot in here. We can't touch that. This one's empty. Okay, so now this is empty. Back to Sky Tour. I don't understand why I can't get into his thing. But anyway, I'm not going to obsess over it. But check it out yourselves. Check out his website. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Whoa. That does not look good. Look at that hook. Oh, man. He's going right to it. Let's keep an eye on him. Wow, there is a definite hook in there. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to take myself off camera. So this is... Where is this occurring? It's heading, well, it's in this box, New Albany. Oh my gosh. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. And that's that one. So this is what, Mississippi? Wow, this is ugly. Yeah, it's Mississippi. Northern Mississippi. All right, let's keep an eye on what they're doing. Wow. That is a really ugly looking storm right there. Yeah, they're going to have connection issues because of the weather. But anyway, Mark will be on with me next Saturday. He's a good friend of mine. He's going to be speaking at the Pine Bush UFO Fair this year, June 7th, Pine Bush, New York. Wow. That was a what is that in the air? What the heck was that? Oh, that must be hanging on wires or something. I was like, what is that? Wow. And that is that dangerous storm that they're saying, take cover now, immediately. This is that storm in Mississippi, north central Mississippi. Wow. So let's just stay on this for right now. Like I said, he's going to have definite connectivity issues. Wow. So he's heading west. Or he could be heading north to get in front of it. He might be heading north to get in front of it. Wow. I don't want to check. I want to see what's on the screen because the vivid lightning is wicked on the screen right now. Again, this is north central Mississippi. This is a very dangerous tornado warning situation. And I'm just going to show you guys, if you're, God forbid, anybody where this tornado radar indicated, this is where these guys are driving into. That's him right here. He's so close to that cell right now. Oh my gosh. Again, north central Mississippi. I think I seen a New Albany. It was heading toward New Albany. For those, just quickly, let me just show you on the map where this is. There it is right here. So, right there, New Albany. It's getting really close. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Tornado has been observed. Damage considerable. So this is a very dangerous situation right now. Wow. And a lot of what's going on here in this region, Arkansas, even parts of Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, the flooding is just, I know there was wow. there was a flood emergency in Arkansas. I don't know exactly where, but it was showing up on this app. There was like 52 areas of flood warnings right now. That's unbelievable. 52. And that doesn't mean that it's 52 counties. There's a lot of counties within one warning area. So we're talking so many places right now. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Really? You're going in here? Really? Look at it. Yeah, I was going to say, don't do that, dude. You could see he's having connection issues. There is another individual out there, but he's definitely having connectivity issues. But they're all scrambling there. Look at all of them coming. Wow. He's like right near it. Look where he's at. Look how they're both really close. But it's hard to see what the other guy's doing. He's moving. See, he has multiple camera views, so you could see how he's changing them. Wow. Yeah, that's it's more open. Might want to go to the back, or yeah, the side. You can see he's got choices of choosing different angles, zoom in, wide view. He's got a lot of different angles to look at this. The thing with him is his connection. But this is really bad out there. I think he's just looking for a better vantage point, but he's having a lot of connectivity issues. Where's the guy next to him? Wow, he's driving right in the storm itself. This is not something I would advise people to do. Me, when it's raining like this, I pull over to the side of the road. I'm not driving in that. That's just me, though. I am not one to take a chance. And look how it's coming. It's coming down. And it depends on how fast the storm is moving. But he can get in front of it or on the side of it. He can get out of this rain field, which I think is probably what he's trying to do, is get ahead of it and get out of the rain area of the storm. Like the other gentleman is doing. Yeah, Elise, it's tough. It's that area that's prone for this type, unfortunately, this type of activity. Like yesterday here was 70 degrees. It was nice, and then today it's 50, and we've had heavy downpours at times. It's really on and off showers, but it was warm yesterday and it's cold today. Wow, it's heavy. Let's see what the other guy's doing. See, he's starting to get into a more, but there's actually more down here, but This storm is moving fast. He's right in the middle of it. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, look at that sky. Oh, I don't like what's on the left. I do not like what's on the left side here. He has to be super careful. Holy. The only thing he always has a lot of issues with his connection. Wow, look. See, when he moves, the likelihood he'll lose the signal. If he stays still, he probably can get a better signal. See? When he's moving, that's when it happens a lot. He needs to find a spot and stop and just observe. And obviously the weather's going to interfere with the connection as well. It looks like he stopped on the side here. Let's check in on the other guy. He's catching him. See, he's like right next to him. They're pretty much in the same area. He was going the other way. So you got two storm chasers in the same exact place right now. Is he going to get gas? I was going to say. Wow. Whoa. He's really going for it. He's going right toward it. Again, this is north central Mississippi, and it's heading northeast. This is a very dangerous storm right here, and they just extended it. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. And originally it was here, now it's here. So it's going northeast. So it's in New Albany now. I mean, to the south of Corinth, Boonville, Jumpertown, anywhere in this area, Burnsville. This is a serious situation. Look at them. They're on top of each other, these two. He's racing this way. He's trying to get ahead of it. It's in front of him. They're moving fast, so it's hard for them to keep up with it. And also, it's going to be dark soon. What time is it there? It's almost 7 Central Time. Look at the lights. They're all flashing yellow. Now it went green. I've never seen that happen here. Maybe that's something I've just never seen. Wow, look at that storm ahead of him. He's showing you right there in the front and on the side too. Oh, this is a big one. And he's got a 360 movement on the camera. Oh my gosh, who's calling on the phone? what's going on. I'm live streaming this crazy storm that's going on right now in Mississippi.
I saw on Facebook that you were live streaming.
Yeah, dude, this is really bad. The whole area's been getting really bad flooding, but this storm is. They just said that this is a particularly dangerous situation with this one. Anyway, call me because Are you cut? I'm
What
live.
time are you going to be done messing around tonight?
Who the hell knows? I just started. Are you coming up to New York still with the thing?
Well, that's
Okay.
one thing I've discussed with you.
And then start thinking about doing some pre-records.
Well, that's the other thing I need to discuss with you. I need to discuss two things with you. So, I need 20 minutes of your time because somebody else has a few questions too.
Oh, as far as the other possibility thing?
Oh yeah, she's not bitched. She's doing it. She's getting
Okay.
her shit together.
All right.
So,
Let's talk. Even if it's not today, it could be tomorrow.
are you gonna? I'll keep an eye on you. What do you think you'll be done 10 o'clock?
2 hours from now, me streaming probably till midnight at least.
Right. Well, maybe I'll harass you in a little bit.
All right, call me.
All right, bye.
Bye. He's the host of a show. He's a veteran. His nickname is Popeye because he was a Coast Guard veteran. Well, not it was. He is a Coast Guard veteran. And he does a show on the network. So we need to talk about content and stuff. So right now I'm observing this weather. And this is just not good. Seriously, for these people. But the whole region, the whole area, let's look at this, where this is now. It's right there. Okay. It looks like it may have lost a little bit of its rotation last loop. It's still there. The inflow is still there, but there's still some really bad weather here. Look at this line, just right here. Look at this. And that's just one radar. If we go further north, I'm sure it's going to fill in up here too. Let's go to Morristown. Yeah, there's a couple of more storms here, but not like what's going on down here. This seems to be where all the activity is occurring with the severe weather. Jeez. Yeah. See? It's all in this area, same area. Mississippi. There's another storm chaser coming in. Now this is Radar Omega if anybody's interested. This app. This is the paid version. And I have a couple of add-on subscriptions as well to enhance it. So I have access to any storm chasers that are on it too. The thing that's so dangerous about this is when it's nighttime, you cannot see it. Unless you have special camera equipment, like night vision equipment that you could actually see. But a lot of people don't. And they may not realize the severity of a storm that's near them unless they get alerts on their phones or they're watching their local news, weather, whatever. I mean, this is a dangerous situation that's going on here. Yeah, see, but I don't use it on my phone too much. I use it on Dagger. I use it on the computer where it's easy to use on the interface. For me, that's what I'm doing right now. On the phone, I get what you're saying on an Android. But as far as desktop, it works great. And hello to those in TikTok. And if you know anybody that lives in these areas, please let them know. But I'm sure a lot of people that live in these areas that have been getting hit with this storms and this rain know how serious this is with the flooding. It's just unbelievable. And you got to remember the rivers have to crest. There's gonna be so much going on because of all this rainfall, with local rivers, streams, creeks, etc. Low-lying areas, even in the mountains, mudslides, and oh my gosh, horrible, horrible. The lightning and the connection. So again, there are 3 individuals all in this one area. Uh-oh, he might have lost his signal. But they're right in the thick of it, that's why. Let's try the other. He's catching up now. He's definitely catching up. He's got a solid signal. So I think we'll stay with this one for now. Now, I did not see on the latest radar any indication, that doesn't mean it's not there, that this is actually reaching the ground. But it was confirmed, observed, that it was at one point. But it's right, you could see it. But I don't see anything coming down. That's not to say, though. Wow, look at all the water. I'm sure a lot of these local storm chasers know each other too. I wouldn't doubt they communicate with each other. Why not? Wow. All right, so we know what his situation is. So they're all there. There's 3 of them. Yeah, his signal is just like that too. Because they're in the storm. Yeah, acquiring signal, I bet. So where's the other guy? He's down here. But what we need is a radar to see what's going on. Where's the local? Right here. There's one. Oh, there's still something there. But look at these other cells too. But there's still something that possibly could be going on with that one. Where are they heading? Oh, look how they're all converging. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, and it looks like he's heading north. They're coming down. It's like they're all in the same spot. And he's on the move. All right, let's just stay on this one. He's got the best signal. Yeah, that is a tornado warned storm. Actually, not radar indicated. It is observed. Well, it was observed at one point. Confirmation. But remember, it's getting dark now. And then we'll get into all the flooding areas, because there's quite a bit. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on here. I know I seen it on my alerts earlier that Arkansas had a flood emergency. Some parts of Arkansas. You can see where that storm is. He's probably like saying to himself, come on, light, change. Should be changing because the other one in front, whoa, the other one in front did. There it goes. You can see the lightning off to the left side of the screen. And like I said, can you imagine being in an area with tornado warnings in the dark where you can't see it? I mean, unless you have the software to know exactly where they are and where their movement is. It's just, this even still, it's a scary experience. See, me personally, if I worked in that gas station, I'm out there to fix that flag. That would be unacceptable to me. That's just me. I don't care what I would have to do to tie it up, but that ain't staying like that. That's just me. All right, he stopped. So he's heading north. He's heading back in. And you can only imagine what the people, the residents, what's going through their minds knowing that there's a tornado nearby. Even when it happened to me here. Because even with my warning on my app, I did not know where it was. I was in a situation where it was happening so fast. I didn't even think to look at the radar, to be honest. Because I was looking in real time. I was looking out the door and I was watching everything. Then that black-green sky. And I said, uh-oh. I closed my front door. And then you heard that rumbling sound. I said, is this what people talk about that this sounds like? Like a freight train? Well, I heard that. And then I got nervous. And then I saw the trees bending like this in front on the property on the other side. I said, oh boy. And I have video of the aftermath. It was scary. I ain't gonna lie. It was scary. Yeah. Dagger, I've been paying attention to the weather the last few weeks and how this region has been affected. Now, I've been looking at the models. Things are going to quiet down significantly for this area of the country, but not after what they went through, though. And it's going to take time for water to head from the north to the south and run out by Louisiana. This is going to take a while for the flooding to come down, to crest. This impact is going to be felt for quite some time. And the cleanup. And the repair. So this area definitely does not need more severe weather. They need time to recover. Let alone have more. He's driving right in it. Let's see. See, that cell is up here now. This is what's coming toward them now, but you never know. They just reissued another one. Considerable. This is the same one. They extended the box to up here now. Look at that. And they're all racing up there, but that's just been issued. This one. This was the other box. This should be expiring soon. 19 minutes. This is new. and it's here. So a lot of activity still going on out there. And like I said, there's so many the flash flood emergencies in Arkansas and Mississippi. Right here. There is a flood emergency in here. But look at all the flash flood warnings. There are 53, but inside the 53, each one has numerous places and locations. Look at Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, again, Missouri. Look at all the places in Arkansas. Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Illinois. Again, Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri. Look at this. Look at all of these flood warnings. It's widespread throughout multiple states. Look at this. Now, some of the ones in the top expire sooner. The newer ones are all the way on the bottom. But look how many there are. This is 6 hours. Tennessee, 5 hours. 4 plus. Let's just go to 1. And here's the terrible part. There's still a lot more rain heading that way. Coming down from the south. So they're still dealing with a lot here. It extends down. This all has to move through. Look at all these flash flood warnings here. And there's some up here. And look at all of them up here in the green outline. Look at all of them. It's horrible. See, he's in between the two cells. There's nobody up by this one. I don't know if he's trying to get around it. Oh, he's coming up. Yeah, he's trying to get around it. Obviously, you see where he was driving north. The storm's on his left. That's west. So he's trying to get ahead of it, in front of it. But it's moving. These storms are moving fast. Now, the other guy's caught in between. He's not going to have a chance to go around. He's got a chance. But also, it's getting dark. That's why I say, if I was to ever do something like this, I need somebody with me to help me navigate, tell me, but if the person has to know what they're doing. They have to know how to monitor, read data, get it off to me. Listen, and I'm great with direction. Listen, we need to head north on or west on till we get to here. Then we need to make a left. Somebody has to help with the navigation. And knowing where to put us to observe. Like, this guy, I would be doing what he's doing. Not like the others are doing. They're done. They're behind it. They're not going to get ahead of it again. You want to stay ahead of this as it's moving. You want to stay always ahead of it so you can see it as it's approaching. Once you get too close to it, it's going to bypass you because you can't drive. You're stuck. And once it passes you, it's not like you can get on a road and follow it straight. You have to go through all these roads just to get to drive east and head north and head west. It's not that easy. So what he's doing as an observer is the right approach. In my opinion. And you know what they say about opinions. And I'm not going to show a video of the damage and all that stuff. There's plenty of places you could go see that. Because I'm not going to exploit people that are suffering and looking at that. I just don't like doing that. I mean, you could see it on your news, and there's other outlets you can see all that. Drone footage of this and that. Those are people that are suffering. I think a lot of us already know what kind of damage this can cause. I'm sure a lot of people watching have experienced a storm of some kind, or some kind of a natural event that was negative. I have to be careful in my wording because I'm on a certain platform. But yeah, this is tough. I don't understand. I don't see any inflow or anything where we're looking here. What is he doing? Where's he looking? Unless he's picking something up that's trying to develop in a... I don't see it, but it could be right there. I don't know. I don't think so. We have to see where he's moving. Maybe he's just trying... I don't know what he's trying. He's got to be heading north. This guy's trying to get around it. See? He's trying. But he's battling the weather. He went between the two cells. Now he's trying to get around it the other side. He's got a tougher... I mean, he's almost parallel with it now. But he's got to drive through this. The other guy is in the clear side, pretty much, where he can drive without this. Because he's ahead of it. He drove through it. The cells. Now, he could get to the point where he clears this and then can... But I don't know. I don't know if his logic is going to work. Because he's here. And he's heading this way. But the activity is here. This guy was heading north. But the storms are moving fast. It's hard for them to keep up. I'm just trying to see if there's anything over here. Any cameras? I don't see anything. Let's see if there's any... I think we're at the same alerts. Yeah, there's still 3. Everything is pretty much where it was a few minutes ago. At 63 alerts total. But this is the one right here. But I don't think they're going to make it. I think he's probably got the best shot. I actually don't think any of them have a shot right now. He can't drive through here. And he's in a lot of stormy wet weather. See, he could have. Because he doesn't have to deal with this. I don't know. I don't think either one of them are going to make it. Storm's moving up, away from him. Look, he's in that cell area. It's off to his right now. For the other guy, he's too far south, and it's off to his left. And again, it's literally minutes before it's dark. Then you can't see anything. But you can see when the lightning flashes. If there's something there, you could see it. You could see the outline of it, which is scary in itself. Can you imagine seeing flashes of lightning and it illuminates a tornado? Oh my God, that's like the worst nightmare one can probably have, is the sight of something like that. I know I don't want that. I don't think anybody would. Was that a power station? Look at that rain coming down. It is pouring. I'm going to take myself off camera. So we get to see it all. But I was looking at the model's dagger. There's still going to be this moisture coming in from the Gulf. Warm, moist air. But I think by Monday or Tuesday, it's not going to happen no more. For a week at least. I hope for these people. And we'll get into that after this. All I know is my thoughts and prayers go out to these people. And Mom lit a candle. I don't know if she has one lit now, but we've been lighting candles in prayer for these people in these states. I mean, there's a video. Has anybody seen that video from a few weeks ago where two people went out to get their dog outside, and then 30 seconds later, the whole thing got wiped out with the tornado, with the winds? I was like, oh my gosh. If they would have went out there 30 seconds later, oh, and thank God they went when they did to get the dog. Because that dog, it wouldn't have been good. I could tell you that. Based on what I seen from that video. Wow. His connection's gonna... There's a lot of lightning going on too. I can't even imagine. Where is he right now? Look at it. He's here. The other guy, I think he's giving up. He's done. He's still trying. The storm is off to his right side. See, he's speeding this way. The only problem is he has no choice but to start driving toward it. Because look at his choices for driving. He is definitely going to make a right coming up. So let's watch him. Let's see if he makes that right. I don't think he has a choice. But that would put him like going directly into the cell. Let's see what he does. Will he make a right? Soon. I say yes. Because this could literally be his last attempt to observe a storm tonight. As it's dark. So this is like the last, probably, for him. They spend a lot of hours out there. And it's not like a laid-back, leisurely trip. They're at the edge of their seat trying to, first of all, drive and also monitor the weather so they can observe So they're it's not like just a regular trip. They're busy. They got a lot of things going on. I need to have some coffee and some pumpkin pie. I bet you my mom has the pumpkin pie in her room. Yeah, that you could see that cellar's off to the right side, to the east, because he's heading north. Let's see if he. I'm waiting before I get my coffee refill. Whoa! Let's see if he eventually makes that turn to the right. I'm saying he will. Now I don't want to swap out so we don't miss what he does. Wow, look at all the fast food places in this one area. Whoa. When is that right coming? Because the map that's showing, whoa, look at that water ponding. Whoa. Whoa. See, this is so dangerous. You don't want to be out there like this. Whoa. There's a lot of standing water now. That's another thing. These storms can drop so much moisture, rain, at such an incredible rate that's what you get, that flash flooding. Where's he going? Did he miss the turn? He might have. What's he doing? He's going to go left? Did he miss the turn? Because it was going to be a right. If he makes a left here, then it would make sense. Because I thought he was going to make the right, but he might have passed it, and now he makes a left. Or is he going straight? He's going straight. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Where is he going? We need to look. Where is he going? The cell is over here. I would have thought, but maybe he doesn't want to drive into that. But what other alternative does he have? Unless there's... Oh, he might be looking at this one. And these guys are waiting off on the wings. They might be seeing the development of this one. He went offline. Whoa. Yeah, they're observing the other one. Whoa. See, now he's using the filters to use this for nighttime. This is that other cell. I can do this with my camera that I have in the house. I can make nighttime look like day with my camera. I literally can make nighttime look like daytime. He needs to use filters. He needs to bring up his ISO, his gain. Bring it up. Come on. If he has that capability to do so. I do. The great thing about this Sony a7S III camera I have is I can Bluetooth it. If I had to. See, he's got the gain up. He's got a good camera over on the vehicle. He's actually got a lot of cool equipment on his truck. Uh-oh, here comes Momzilla. And hello to those on TikTok. And I'm just looking, there's no activity in the chat, but I see that there are folks in there, or were in there, like Cindy Lou, Emmy Lou, Mike, Grandpapa, Red Rose, Willie, Start Josh. There's a user and a Yoselin. And I don't know if any of you are still in there. The Tennessee Grand, I can't see the rest. Sutivation, Miguel, A Ghost, Judy Benning, John, Mary, Skylar, Julie, another user, April, Zangrief, Defnot, Amanda, Kevin, Eduardo, Jersey. Now it's moving now. I'm trying to keep up. Emily, what is that? Abil? I might be mispronouncing. Sarah, Kristen, Bradley, James, Toria. Oh, wow, look at this. This time was confirmed to have caused severe damage in Delta, Missouri. Oh, wow. I'm getting alerts right now coming in. I think I said Bradley, Terry, Emily. Anybody who's watching in there, Sharon. I see a couple of new folks jumping in. Miss Piggy, VJ, Smash, Smashly, Kayla Veris. Like I said, if I'm mispronouncing it, I apologize, but I'm just trying to see who's in. Betty, Melissa, Nathan, Morningstar, Quinn, Michael. I don't like to mention last names because, you know, out of respect. Some people may not want that, but if they make it public, I mean, but still, I respect that. Brother Jeff, Amy, Kay, Tom, Matt Paradise, Tracy, Olivia. I'm actually watching the TikTok, but nobody's saying anything in the chat, but I'm watching folks that are in there, generally speaking. Lisa, Mason, Jeffrey. Wow, could you imagine just driving down a dark road in the middle of nowhere and doing this? I mean, it just gives me that creepy vibe just looking at this. It's like, whoa. I'd be like, I could be home on my couch watching a movie, or do I really want to be out here? It's like, I don't know about that. Oh, but that's what they do. And, you know, they have a passion for this. And they're actually providing in real-time information to people, the public. And also can show people that have never seen it the power and fury of a storm like this. And why not to be out there in the first place, and definitely take all the precautions and pay attention to your local authorities and news and weather alerts on your phone. Wow, there's debris on the road. Like me, I live in the Hudson Valley, New York. Excuse me. It is not often we see tornadoes here. There are some people who's never experienced a blizzard, snowstorm, or, God forbid, being, and I have, when I had a house in Florida, a hurricane and other events like that. It is like, true story, last June, I was sitting here at 9:30 in the morning working, and I heard like a rumble. I thought it was a truck because there's a road down below here that cuts through the valley. And I thought it was a truck on that road. And then I thought it was thunder because it was like a constant rumble. Then I'm sitting here. The ground started shaking. I'm like, and things started rattling. And I could see the walls swaying a little bit. I said, no way. Earthquake here? Never, ever felt one in my life. I felt this one. And it was all over the news. The epicenter, I think, was in Jersey or PA. It was a 4.5 or 6. And we felt it here. And I was like, whoa, I never experienced that before. Yeah, it's a 4 point something. But still, for when you never had that experience before, and then to have it, and you're like, wow, this is what it's like. I don't like it. I did not like it. And it only lasted a few seconds. 20? But that was the longest 20 seconds. It felt like minutes. Mom! Can you... I don't even want to ask her. Can you cut me a piece of pie? Thanks. I'll make the coffee because I have coffee, a cup here. But yeah, a lot of people never experience this stuff. Not that you want to. And I don't know, you're the mouse that had it before, so only you, the big mouse, would know where that pie is. Because I know you had a piece earlier. You got it? I call her the blonde-haired mouse because she has blonde hair. I'll get the coffee myself. Let me go grab my coffee. I'm going to take myself off screen so we can see this. Let's just see again what the latest is of this storm. But look at these storms behind it. Look at this cluster here. But look at this down here. We should put this in motion. And they're all moving. But look how this one is moving more to the east, but they're generally moving to the northeast. But look how this one is just pushing this way. This needs to be watched. So does this. Wow. Wow. Did you see that? Did you see that rotation in there? Holy, I seen it. They're right near it. Whoa. I'm going to leave this up on the screen till I get my coffee. And again, hello to those tuning in on any of the platforms. And I see all the TikTokers, so I hope you're having a great weekend and hope you're safe. What?
Cut your own pace.
I'm coming. I'm coming now. Let me get my coffee.
It's over here by the...
Yeah, bring it back to the kitchen. I'm coming because it's dark here. Where is he? Where's the dog? Tycho, where are you? Very bad storms again tonight.
Where?
Mississippi. Very bad. Yeah, not good. We should light the candle again. If you want, light the candle. I mean, these people definitely could use prayers. if I can light that candle back up. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, there's no, I don't see. No, there's, I don't see the wick. I can't see the wick, so forget about it, it's okay. Well, just pray for them. Exactly, just pray for them. The power of prayers also. What is? Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna watch it for a little while more because I want to keep my eye on these storms. I got a mess over here. Oh my God. I have a husky, so I have to always have my lint brush nearby. If anybody has a pet that, you know how they shed a lot, oh my gosh, vacuuming all the time, and but you love them, so it doesn't matter. Why do I have a spoon? Oh yeah, I'm making my coffee. Ow. Well, the Yankees won. So you're wearing a jinx. Did you eat? Did you eat the chili and rice I made? Really? Oh man, I need you to watch this. Okay, then. If you want, put it away in the fridge. Let me see this room. I'll put this one. Put that. I'll put it in. Clean the, I made a mess. Clean the tray for the microwave. Look, look. It's in the sink. That tray. The coffee exploded. Put the creamer away for me. Please. Thank you. It's actually getting chilly in here. I may have to start a fire. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, we
Tonight,
lost his signal.
expect a low of 44 degrees. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. Okay, he's right in it. Oh my gosh. Jeez. He's right in it. In the cell area. Not in the... But he's right in that cell area. That's at night doing this. It's one thing to be daytime where you could have, but you can't see nothing. Look at that. A no sugar added pumpkin pie just doesn't have the same appeal as one that does. I'm just saying. It's good, but it definitely has its own unique taste. That's for sure. They put a lot of cinnamon, the spice, just to give it that sweet. But this is a no sugar added pumpkin pie. And you can tell. I can tell. But I'm on a diet, exercising, you know, that kind of thing. Uh-oh. All right, he's over here. Look at that. Look how, you see, did you see that rotation in there? The spin. There's got to be new, oh, there's 66. Okay, so there's 5 tornado warnings. The ones on the top are older. This one's the newest one. These 3, right here. All these boxes. And I would not be surprised if we see more issued. Like this one. Yeah, Mom.
Leo,
What?
Leo,
What,
is
Mom?
that- What is that guy doing in the other room?
Shut it off. I wouldn't be surprised this one down here might turn into a stronger cell too. So it's this whole line. And yes, this is northern Mississippi. But they're heading north. Actually, I'm going to put another perspective here. Wow. And when you look at it like this, then you get a real idea of what the heck is going on right now. With this, I'm making the map really big. Look at this weather going on right now. Look at the flooding that's occurring in Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, where these strong storms are going on right now. And it's all heading into Tennessee. Even look at Kentucky. Look how far north the rain is going. There's a couple of strong cells in Virginia, Pennsylvania.
Leo,
What, Mom? I'm live.
I don't like you sleeping in that other room.
I love sleeping there now. But this is not the time. I'm live right now.
What I'm saying.
I understand. Some freaky stuff. Look at that. Look at the intensity. That's where the focus is right now. But remember those storms down here. This is where those tornadoes. There's just so much going on here. And this is, you could see it's moving in real time as this is updating. But look how vast. This is going from the Gulf all the way up to the Great Lakes. Pretty much. But you could see where the worst of it is. Right in here. And it's been like that for the last few days. So that is just really not looking good right there. And that's what we're looking at right there. Look at that. That's where all the tornado. Look, that is, do you see the rotations? Do you see the purples? Look for the purples. See the rotation in the purples? Just watch the purple areas. Look at them spinning. See them? You see how they're pinwheeling? Just watch those purple dots that appear. Those are tornadoes. Now, are they reaching the ground? I don't know. But you can tell the radar is picking them up, the rotation. That is really bad. And there's still some nasty cells. Okay, let's see if anybody's, what's going on now with this. Let's stop this. Where is everybody? He's the one that's really in there right now. Wow, he's got no signal. Sometimes there's cameras, but I don't see any. Plus, at night, the cameras, you see the flashing lightning and stuff, but hey, he's not gonna have a signal. He's in. I mean, look at this area right here, and he's here, and it's moving. Let's see. It might be moving this way. Oh, there was one there. There's one that was there. See? This one has a little rotation starting to develop. Watch this one come up right there. This one. Right there. See the purples? Look at that. See how it spun? And look at how this one, right at the end of the loop. I could put the last 15. Right there. This one's got, hey, it's heading right toward him. It's heading right toward him. Huh? Oh, his signal's still. We're going to keep an eye on him. I wonder if he knows it. He has to know it. He has a possibility of one developing right near him. You can see it as every time the radar loop. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop it because it'll refresh itself. This is 8:51, so this is 2 minutes old. I'm not going to mess with another radar. Let me see if there's another radar around that I could tap into. Wow, where is the nearest one? What? Where is it? There's one all the way down here. There's got to be one closer than that. Right here. I don't like the radar coming from there. Let's go here. That one's more detail. Okay, that's what I want. That's 8:52. All right. This one is 2 minutes, but maybe it looks a little bit better. So this is where he is. It lost a little bit of it. Yeah, he's got a bad signal. And there you go. I mean, it is what it is. He's in the middle of this storm cell. His signal is it's gonna happen. Not for nothing. He's driving in this. He should stop. I'm going to take myself off camera so we see it better. Plus, I don't like necessarily drinking and eating on camera. Whoa. Whoa. You know what? Let's see if I can get sound. Oh, we can. The only thing about sound is the language. I don't want him, you know what I mean? I think we're better off without sound because they can spew some language that would not be tolerable, especially for TikTok. So I think we just observe. Because I cannot control what they're going to say, so. It might be best just to observe. Because they're obviously in communication with someone too, or they're listening to others on a ham radio, or however they're communicating. If I was doing this, I definitely want a ham radio. Definite. I'm not just depending on my phone or a satellite phone. I'm going to check something else while we're doing that. I want to see what the headlines are for the weather. So 3 hours ago on the AccuWeather site, it says catastrophic flash flooding to precede major river flooding. Flash flood emergencies erupt amid torrential rain in South Midwest. Just to give you a little perspective of what's going on here. Oh God, I don't want to see that. I don't even want to read about that. Yeah, I don't want to see the details about. Look at this. Look at that. So you get the idea. I don't know what images they're going to show. I do not want to show anything that's really disturbing. It's bad to see that. But you get the idea of what's going on in some of these areas. This was today. Louisville, Kentucky. Again, I don't know what images, so I'm not going to keep this up because I don't know. I don't want to show anything. I can check before. Let me see if I can get that over to this side. Let me bring this over. Because I can save the images. Wow. All right, so far none of these photos are showing anything. It's showing all the flooding. Oh my. Okay, so there's a couple of more I can show. This is from AccuWeather. Hopkinsville, Kentucky. This was Friday. Same place. Debris floating down the flooded Kentucky River today. Frankfort, Kentucky. Wow. What? What? The rising waters of the Licking River touched the basketball hoops at Max Goldberg Park. Wow, that's a lot of water. Oh my God. It's as high as the basketball rim. That's unbelievable. So that gives you an idea what some of these poor people are going through in these areas. That's just horrific. Pray for them, you know. Like, I know someone, but they live in Kentucky. I don't know many. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. in this area. I know somebody who definitely lives in Arkansas near this, and I'm definitely going to call them. I should call the bishop. He's in Kentucky, though. I want to check something. So they're kind of getting, these were posted a while ago. Alabama, what? Oh, because it's touching into it now. That cell's moved off. It looks, that one still looks tough. I want to see what's going on in Kentucky. Look at all 57 flash flood warnings. Many in Arkansas, Louisiana because of all the rain that's going on down there. Illinois, Arkansas, Kentucky. Wow, Illinois is showing up a lot now. The further we go down, the newer they are. So we could go all the way down. These are the more recent issued flash flood warnings. Tennessee, Missouri, Tennessee. It's the same areas. Kentucky and Tennessee and Missouri. That's as of the more recent ones. See, this one expires in 5.5 hours. 5, 4, 4. The higher you go up, there's some of them should be expiring. See, these have less than an hour. But still, these are the more recent ones. So you can see where it's trending. Tennessee, Mississippi, Kentucky, Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi. I didn't see Missouri. Mississippi. A lot. Indiana. There's the Louisiana from earlier. So yeah, you can see where the activity is. Excuse me. And that was the last one. I would watch this cell very closely. Now, as nighttime has occurred, the temperatures tend to drop. The storm intensities could lessen. Does not mean they will, but generally speaking, it helps diminish a lot of this. Daylight heating. And the main thing now is going to be a lot of rain throughout this region. A lot of rain still. Because the rain is going over the same areas. Look at this. Look at this. It's like, my gosh, it's unbelievable. The atmospheric river for the last few days. It's just been unbelievable. But those storms, right where I have significant severe, this storms, how this broke out here, you can see how it flared up. Look at that. And that's that one I'm watching. Look, you could actually see the spinning. Look for the purple spots. You could see the rotation. It's where you could actually see where there was a tornado. Look at that one at the bottom. Racing across to the east. This one. Watch it start here and race across. Look at that. And then there's that other one now. The one I'm focusing on. Right there. This one. The others look like they weakened. See? It's this one right here. And they're right there. And just think about that. These guys have been in the same location for hours. And all these storms keep popping up near them. So what does that tell you? You have an area of constant possible radar confirmed tornado activity in this one area. Because they've been in that area for hours since I started streaming. And how many of these have turned up around them in these past few hours? Unbelievable. So they're right in that same prone area right now. What's up, Genghis? Excuse me. See, Genghis, you know my camera. Can you imagine my Sony A7S III doing this? I could make that sky look like daytime with my camera. I wonder if what the weather is here. It was raining earlier. I might do a sky watch if it clears up. Alexa, when is the next meteor shower?
The next major meteor shower will be the Lyrids. It will peak on Monday, April 21st, 2025 at 8 p.m. and will be best viewable that night at midnight.
All right.
There will be approximately 18 meteors per hour at its peak, and it'll appear close to the constellation Lyra.
Okay, so that's at the end of the month. The Lyrids. Oh, Mark, Mr. Astronomer is messaging me. What you got? Okay, audio ad set. Open. I can't stand Teams now. Oh, here we go. And it takes me right to Teams. Mark is funny. Download. Let's hear his newest ad for SkyTour. Why not?
SkyTour Livestream is a revolutionary platform that brings the wonders of the cosmos directly to your home. With our network of state-of-the-art remote telescopes, you can embark on a live journey through the universe, exploring celestial objects in real time like never before. Talk about immersive. This is live stargazing at its best. Witness breathtaking celestial events as they happen, from meteor showers to lunar eclipses to supernovae in distant galaxies. Deep sky exploration is right at your fingertips. We can journey to distant galaxies, nebulae, and star clusters, unveiling the secrets in stunning detail. Engage with our team of professional and amateur astronomers who provide insightful commentary and answer your questions during the live streams. Join us for a unique experience. SkyTour Livestream, found at skytourlive.org, on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and other platforms.
Very good, Mark. Very good. Let me call him and tell him I just played the ad here. Oh my gosh. Oh God, he's trying to call me. Are you paying attention to my stream or something? Uh-oh, I don't hear you. Hold on. I got to turn you on. All right, say something. Something.
I'm here.
I just played your ad on my stream.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just did. And here you are calling.
Oh my gosh. I just sent you an audio ad.
I know, I just ran it.
Yeah. So
It
yeah,
sounded
tell me if
great.
the audio was fine.
Yeah, it sounded great.
Well, no, I mean just an audio one without.
No, that's
visual.
great. For the
What do you
station.
mean?
Okay, so I'm live streaming on TikTok and all these places. And I said, Mark just sent me an audio advertisement.
You already listened to it.
Yeah, everybody else did too.
Oh, okay, fine. I didn't realize that.
That's what I'm saying. I just played it, and to hear it for the first time, so did everybody else, and it sounded really good.
Okay, cool.
It's perfect. Now go make me a 30, and we're good. We're gold.
A 30-second one.
You don't have to do it today, but I'm gonna put this one immediately in my ad set folder, and I'm gonna
Right.
start playing it on the air ASAP.
But it's just audio.
I know it goes on the radio side.
Okay. Very good.
So I'm gonna do that now. Downloads. Where is it? Audio ad set. I'm gonna have to change the metadata, but I can do that when it's put into the. All right, don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Are you doing? Are you doing a stream tonight?
I was looking at the weather. It's not good.
And how's
Both
the
of the stories are clouded out tonight.
how's the weather here
In where I am.
where we are? Is it cloudy? Still raining?
Oh well, yeah.
It is?
It's been terrible here.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to put a camera outside if it's nasty out. All right, hold on. KGR.
Well, actually, I think there's probably breaks in the clouds.
really?
I mean, it's not we're looking at the sky, but we've got clouds overhead. Let me see where the rain is. Yeah, there's storms.
Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm moving your ad. 2025. Move. Okay, I just moved it.
Did you see down in Dallas, east of Dallas yesterday, actually continuing today, the density of lightning was so high that there was literally a lightning strike within every square mile.
Wow. Oh, just
And
so you
you
know,
never-
you know the TikTok guidelines. So,
What
certain.
about 'em?
I'm on TikTok, so I'm just giving you that heads up. There's certain words, you know the deal.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just talking about the density.
I know,
of lightning.
but I know. I just wanted to just put that out there before we.
You
But
better watch it. I'm going to run through the whole list right now and just say it so fast. Next thing you know, boom, booted another day.
Oh,
No,
my
I'm just
God.
kidding.
So yeah, the density of the lightning.
Yeah, it was so high that it literally every symbol for lightning is you zoom in and zoom in and zoom in, and there was lightning every square mile. In fact, in some places, some streets were hit like 4, 5, 6 times within the street.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we're talking massively dense lightning here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now down in Monroe,
Hmm.
in Texas here, and this is just today. I watched the storm come through, and there's one spot where lightning hit no less than like 5 times within 500 feet.
Wow.
You make a 500-foot circle, and lightning struck like 5, 6 times within that 500-foot circle.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean we're talking huge density of lightning.
Well, your ad has been officially been added, and will start airing at 3:30 this morning.
Wow, that's when everyone's listening.
Actually, out west they are.
Okay,
Right, shortly after midnight. It's a Saturday night. No,
I guess so.
I'm just saying. But yeah, it's gonna start running. I already put it in the.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks.
So you're ready to go now. Like I said, when you have time, make me more.
All right.
We got the. What did you make? What did you make? A 1 minute? I forgot the video. That was 1 minute, right?
The video I sent you earlier,
Yeah.
I think that was that was Explore the Universe from Your Living Room.
Okay. Now,
I believe that was a 1 minute.
I need you to make me one, but do a read on that one. You don't have to be seen on the screen. Just do a read and put stuff on the screen. You know what I mean? Put a read on it.
Oh, do an audio, my own audio.
On top of the video.
So you're saying take the audio I just did and add video to it?
You could do that if you want. That would work out
Sure,
great.
that-
Because you got to
yeah.
remember, any show that has an ad set, when we're doing video live shows, it can be heard through the radio side.
Okay.
So it's great if you do that. When it's music, it's just music to them. They don't hear anything. They just hear music. But if you're saying something, during these ad set breaks during a video live show, that's important that you do an actual read.
Okay.
Like I said, no rush because I've been driving you nuts with this.
It's okay. I mean, I don't have any trouble doing it. It's pretty easy.
All right, so then, if you can, a 30-second audio, a 30-second read video.
You slave driver.
You asked for it. You said they're pretty easy, so.
Hey, watch it with those bad words. You don't axe anybody.
I do that, so I can't stop doing that. You know that?
I know that.
Ask.
That's okay. Say the word asterisk.
Oh, forget it.
Comes out asterisk.
Maybe, I don't know. If you come for Pine Bush, like a day earlier, say Thursday,
Okay.
it would be nice because then you could come with me to pick up Nick Pope at the airport. I'm just saying. Because Marianne is going to be with Dave.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I'll think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Otherwise, I'll take Petita with me. I'll drag her along with me to get Nick Pope. I'm sure she'd be excited for that.
Well, you could take Woody.
Yeah, take them. Well, I don't want to. I want them to be. Yeah, either one. I think Petita would like it because she's really into it. You know what I mean?
All right.
So yeah, let me know if things change as far as a stream because it's still early. But the weather doesn't look good in Arizona.
No, it's actually. I don't take the risks when there's weather around.
I hear you.
I mean, I've got in the Sonoran Desert Observatory there, STLS-1. You know, I'm seeing rain out there. It had just rained there actually, and the rain is heading toward it from the northeast down to the southwest. Okay, so I don't take the chance. We got $30,000 in there, and then we've got the other one. We've got, we got storms coming down from there too into the Benson Plateau, and in that building we've got a little less than that. We've got like $25,000 in there of equipment. I mean, this is total equipment, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not taking the roof off because in both places there's rain within 5 miles of the building.
Yeah, that's not worth that risk. No way. That's too close.
No, because you know what's happened in the past is power's gone out.
Oh,
And roof was
wow.
stuck open.
Yep, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, in the Sonoran it was okay when we're in the dry season because I just let it go all night. And when the morning came around, the telescope power was back and I was able to shut the roof and move along. But I didn't have to send anybody out there. But I'm getting better at this. You know, I'm working out redundancies so that I can actually, you know, fix problems on the fly. Like the other night when I was doing the wide field system in the Sonoran, it went haywire. Something, because that mount is going to get replaced. We already have the other mount for it. It's going to be the same exact mount that the Benson telescope's mounted on, and it's going to raise the telescope up higher in the building, so we'll be able to actually see better in the directions we want to see in. There won't be a lot of limits to us anymore. And then if it ever has to move down to Benson, well, we've got room for it in Benson. You know. So yeah.
Can you do me a favor? For some reason,
You mean an audio without video,
No.
audio with video, and a video
for
isn't good enough?
For some reason, when I go to click on to go to your photo database, your image database, it's making me my Google thing come up and like my account. It's not opening it up to see your photos. It's bringing me to my Google thing, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Why is it doing that? So I want you to do. Can you do me a favor? Can you send me on Teams a few images? Because you're going to be on with me here next week, next Saturday at 8 Eastern. And
Why can't you go to our database?
I don't know.
You go to skytourlive.org, and when you go there, you
Yes.
say go to cool photos, and see, I go there and it brings me right to it. There's no reason to log in.
I don't know. It's making me do that. I was freaking out. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's not good.
That's what I'm saying. It's making me open up. I tried it on different browsers. It's still asking me to do it. I mean, I don't get it. I can show you, but I'm just fixing it.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I've seen that before.
Oh, you have?
I have, and I've got to figure out why it's doing that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it ain't just me.
No.
Okay. All right. But can you do me a favor as a little preview? Because there's so much I'm going to cover this weather now because it's dark and there's still one storm that looks pretty bad on the radar. But can you send me a few images to give them a preview of the things that we're going to be discussing next week? Some of your images so they can get an idea what your two telescopes, soon to be 3, can do.
Yeah.
You know? Because it is so amazing. And I don't say that in an exaggerating way. It just simply is. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it's not an exaggeration. I tend to agree. It's really, really quite the little machine here.
And this is the guy who stuck a toothpick in my arm almost halfway into my arm.
Hey, you deserved it. Okay, you're getting mad. You're making me angry, so you got it.
Oh my God! Then he pulls me over to the side. Bill, not for nothing. Seriously, this could be an implant. I'm like, oh boy. I don't know, Mark, how I got that. I honestly don't. The doctor told me that
It's just discovered it was an implant, and that you're actually under full control of the grays.
He said that it was an ingrown hair that I need to go see a dermatologist. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's telling me, you need to go to a specialist for that. I'm like, what? To look at a hole in my arm? Really? Oh, man. Sometimes they make you go like, what? Like when I had the shoulder thing,
Yeah.
I tell him, I think I tore my rotator cuff. He goes, how could you know? We're going to have to send you for x-rays and MRIs. And I said, I know the pain. I've had it before. I had surgery on this arm to repair a torn rotator cuff. I know that pain. I know. And then he says, well, I think it's, I forgot what some other medical analysis he made that he thought it was. And and then when the results came back, I said, I told you so.
Wow.
And he says, you were right. It was a partially torn rotator cuff here. I feel great. It's getting better with physical therapy.
Well, that's good.
You know how I heard it? Working out with weights. I was working out. All of a sudden, the pain was bad.
Yeah, that sounds like it's not too exciting.
No, it's not. But it's starting to feel really good again. He said,
Oh.
the physical therapist said, in a few months I should be able to resume light workout weights. Not crazy because they don't want me to tear it.
Yeah.
But do me a favor. Send me, like I said, images, if you can, a few. Some of the, the standout images, even though.
Yeah, I'm sending you a bunch.
Even though many of them are, because you wouldn't post them if they weren't. I mean, all your images are amazing. It's not like. That's why I tell people they need to check out your database.
Yeah, some are good.
No, not some. Many, 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 many are good.
I know it's sickening how much there is out there that we just don't see.
Yeah. And what your telescopes can do.
Yeah, the telescopes are really. They're performing like no tomorrow. Actually, we're going to be changing the camera out on the Benson telescope because that camera it's old and venerable, but it's actually not giving us the best results, and I want really good results. So we're going to get a different camera, and we need to raise $1,400 to get this camera. But it's going to promise to show people details that are absolutely, unequivocally the best we've ever seen. Yeah.
Well, like as I mentioned, to those that may be still watching on TikTok, This is Mark D'Antonio. He's an astronomer. You can actually see him on many programs on your local cable network, History Channel. Mark, whip up,
Yeah.
just mention a couple of programs you've been on that people on the History Channel and so forth. Just name just a couple.
Okay, well, I mean, I did NASA's Unexplained Files for years. Then I did What on Earth for years. And then I did, now I've been, for the last 5 years, I've been on the History Channel show, The Proof is Out There.
Is Ben still doing that?
Ben
Ben Hansen?
Hansen.
Yeah.
No, but he's got a show he's doing called UFO Witness, which is really good.
But what was the one you guys covered this whole area with?
Oh, that was Alien Invasion Hudson Valley. That was Discovery Plus. That was another
Okay,
show.
okay. That's where I'm getting confused. Okay.
Yeah, no, we did. That was actually a good show.
And you were in, and I thought you did awesome. In Darcy's film, the Transmedium film.
Oh, Transmedium. Yeah, no, that was a good one. Darcy's a fantastic filmmaker.
Yeah, you did a great job on that. I heard, because I know the story. You've told it to me many times, but you really revealed some specific details. You really delved into it. And I said, wow, this is, because I was watching it with everybody else in Pine Bush. And it was awesome. I mean, you did awesome on that. Any new, because I know you are, but you probably can't say because of the NDAs, any other upcoming programs that people could keep an eye out to see you on them?
Yeah, there's at least two.
But you can't talk about it?
Well, not really.
I know.
Because, I mean, one of them is thanks potentially to Jimmy Church. He called me one day and said, "Hey, thought of you," and he's put me in touch with some really cool people.
Cool.
Then there's another one that is very potential as well. So everything's potential, So until it's real, it's not real.
Yeah. Well, he will also be speaking at Contact in the Desert.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That's gonna come really soon, Mark.
I know it. I'm all ready for it.
Then there's Pine Bush here, along with
Yep.
Marianne, Rob, and Dave Rich, UAPPD.
Yeah.
Nick Pope, as I mentioned, and our good friend Martin Willis will be the MC.
Yeah, Martin's such a good
He's
guy.
great. I really like Martin a lot.
You know what's good about Martin? When you talk to Martin, you're talking to a real person who doesn't have any pretenses. If he wanted to, he could brag about his accomplishments. He's got plenty of them,
Yes.
but he doesn't.
You know what's funny? I call him today.
He's like me. I don't brag about stuff. Why brag about stuff? If you're comfortable in your own skin by now, geez. Martin doesn't has any problem. Doesn't have any issue. He doesn't shake your hand and say, "Hi, how am I?"
I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Today I call him. Hey, Bill, I'm hanging out with a bunch of celebrities right now, joking around. I said, what? Who's hanging out with you? Oh, I'm here with Darcy and Dave Scott and I can't remember the gentleman who's a military witness. And I don't want to mention his name anyway, but they're all hanging out together somewhere because they're gonna do a recording together tomorrow night, and then I'll air it Tuesday. So
That's neat.
yeah, they're all hanging out, and I'm like, don't forget to send me the file. It's like that. So yeah, but dude, don't forget. And hello again to those watching on TikTok and all the other platforms. Don't forget to send me some images.
You mean
Sky Tour.
more as I've already sent you?
You already
just
sent
now?
me some? Because
Yeah,
this storm is
go.
toast, folks. This is, thank God, and I say that in a good way, even though this cell still looks pretty nasty right here. But I don't see any of the chasers out on this one anymore. I think they might have had it for the night. I mean, they're out all day. But this
Did you remember the story that Ben Hansen and I were filming Alien Invasion Hudson Valley, and we're in Danbury, Connecticut, and
with the tornado?
we're in our hotel rooms, and I'm sitting there and I hear the wind howling outside. It was pretty bad weather. All of a sudden, I get boom on my door. I go answer the door. It's Ben. He's got the weather radar and he just shoves it in my face. He goes, "Tornado!" I said, "Let's go!" And we did. We ran outside, got in the black Suburban that they got us to drive around in.
Mhm.
You know, 'cause we did footage with that, and we were gonna go chasing this tornado. And I opened the door to get in. Now the rain was just piling down on the ground, but the wind was whipping up too. So I opened the door of the car, and I jump in and I sit in the passenger seat. And as I sat down, what was a dry seat was now a puddle. And I sat right in the puddle of water.
Wow.
I opened the door, and the rain just filled the car right away. And I sat in a puddle. And Ben starts laughing because the passenger side is where it was coming from. So the center console blocked his seat from getting covered in it. But my seat got, and I sat down, I was like, slosh. Oh,
Oh
and he
my
goes,
God.
"Oh, dude." Yeah. But then we go racing around, and I'm sliding around in the seat because I'm all wet, you know? And I got the seatbelt on, of course, but I'm slipping and sliding. And Ben's laughing. We're trying to find it, and there were too many streets we didn't know in Danbury, and we couldn't chase it for long. We saw some really interesting, details in the clouds, and then it just outpaced us because we had to find side streets and stuff. It was too long, so we were kind of dejected. And we go back, and on the way back, Ben sees a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream shop. He goes, "You want ice cream?" I go, "Hell yeah."
At what time was this now? You reading it going, get ice cream?
Midnight,
Mm.
11 o'clock or so.
Oh my
between 11
God.
and midnight. We go in, we're the only ones in there. We're drowned rats. I'm soaked. I look like I wet my pants, okay? I mean, like with gallons, okay?
Oh my
We're
gosh.
dripping all over the floor. Ben and I walk in, okay? And the lady's looking at us like with this look on her face like, "What is this?" And we say, "Hi, sorry, we're chasing the tornado."
Look what the weather dragged in.
Yeah. And I think she said something like, "It looks like it got you."
Oh
Um,
man.
And then we ordered ice cream in the middle of November when it was like 20 degrees out, but we had this weird weather that came through, and a tornado dropped in. And so it was very strange to actually have a tornado at that time of the year.
Are you watching my stream?
I'm not at
Let
the
me share
moment.
my. Let me. No. I'll do it on Skype. I'm gonna share my screen because I have one of your images up.
Oh, you say you got them.
Yeah, I got them. Yeah, I downloaded them already.
You don't.
Let me try to share screen with you, so you could see. I could put you on. I can actually. You want to be on the stream with your face?
Well, I don't
Oh,
know.
do we?
I have to-
Why don't we save that for next week? Why don't we
That's fine.
just let's give them a little preview of
Okay.
some of the things that we're gonna be focusing on.
Yeah.
Okay, start sharing. You should be able to see my main screen here.
I do. Oh, yeah, there's the crab nebula.
All right, I'm gonna take myself off so you could see it better on that screen. That's the Crab Nebula.
It is. That's a supernova remnant. It's a few thousand light years away. It happened in 1054 AD, and Chinese astronomers saw this new star appear in the sky. And it was literally so bright it could be seen during the day.
Wow.
And same thing if Betelgeuse goes off, when it does, I should say, it'll be in our daytime sky or nighttime sky. But if it's in the daytime sky, you'll see it. It'll look like a second small sun in the sky.
How many light years away?
Betelgeuse is 750. This here is a few thousand.
So explain how an image that we see today is something that is a footprint back in time.
Well, you just did.
So this image, if it's 2,000 light years, how long ago would this have occurred? 2,000 years ago?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, with some of these objects, anything you see in the night sky, right? Anything is actually being seen at a previous point in time.
Right. Right. It's a snapshot of the past.
Yeah. Like the Crab Nebula, for instance. You're seeing it as it was 6,500 years ago.
Right.
Now, over the course of 100 years, we've actually watched it expand and see it expanding. Okay, so what do you think 6,500 years is?
Yep.
Holy cow, that's a lot of expansion since then.
Mark, this is beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's De Marine's Nebula, this is Messier 43. That's the Orion Nebula up top, going off the screen to the top.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the top of it, where you can actually see details in there. And the new telescope affords us the ability to zoom in on things. The other telescope's wide field, a wide view.
Look at the detail in there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, the smallest details you can see in there are like a fraction of a light year across.
Wow.
Yeah, and because the Orion Nebula is about 22 to 24 light years across.
Wow, that is beautiful. Here comes
Yeah, see the size of things in terms of the size of a few solar systems.
Wow. Here comes another one.
Yeah, when a star like the Sun dies, this is called the Owl Nebula for obvious reasons. Looks like an owl. I mean, we could change that to the green, the green alien nebula, right? Because it looks like an alien.
Yeah, right here. It does.
Yeah. But it's called the Owl Nebula. Okay, it's a Messier number 97, and this guy is they're called planetary nebulae. Like when you saw the Crab Nebula, when stars die that are very much more massive than the Sun, they catastrophically explode more often than not.
Mm.
And that's what happened for the Crab Nebula. But for this, it's a star more like the Sun. Stars slightly more massive than our Sun and a little less massive. What they'll do is they'll swell into red giants a couple times, and then they'll shrink down. And as they swell and shrink, they will slough off their outer layers, and they form like a nebula around the remaining white dwarf, which is in the middle, because that white dwarf is very, very hot. We're looking at 45,000 Kelvin, and if you look up, say in Google, 45,000 Kelvin in Celsius, okay, it's just a little bit more than that in Celsius, but Kelvin is its own temperature unit because we wanted to have a way to talk in absolutes, because absolute zero is absolute zero. Right? So 45,000 Kelvin is like 80,500 Fahrenheit. Okay,
Wow.
so that's the surface temperature of the white dwarf. Okay, and that temperature is given out. At that temperature, you're getting a lot of ultraviolet radiation. So when you look at white dwarfs, or the results of the remnant of a supernova as well, those are neutron stars. Those are even hotter and they're smaller. A white dwarf's about the size of the Earth.
Wow.
A neutron star is about the size of New York.
Wow.
Manhattan Island.
Now, are you saying that potentially this could be the future look of our sun?
Yeah, this right here is a good example of what our sun might leave behind when it finally goes in about 4 billion years.
Wow.
And that red stuff around the outside, that's hydrogen that's being excited to glow by the hot white dwarf. Okay, and that bluish green, it's a teal color. That's the oxygen that's been ionized and glowing as well. And in the middle of it, you see that white dot. That white dot is the Earth-sized white dwarf. And you notice that it's kind of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very hot. And the hottest things in the universe are bluest. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then, that nebula is expanding slowly, right, as that stuff moves out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much slower ending for a star than a supernova is. A supernova is a catastrophic and immediate end.
Hmm.
Do you know what's interesting about a supernova?
What's that?
The supernova, when it goes off, that's called a core collapse, and that means that all of the things that can fuse anything into something else, okay, which is how stars work, they fuse materials like hydrogen into helium, and that gives off energy, which the star sends out. Okay, our sun is fusing hydrogen into helium, and so that process gives off a lot of extra energy, and that's why the sun is radiant in the sky like it is. And that can happen for billions of years. But when a star that's massive runs out of anything it can fuse into anything else, well, then the core where that's all happening collapses on itself because gravity begins to win out with all the overlying mass around the center of the star. The nucleus of a sun or of a star like the sun is only like 18% of the size of the whole star. That's the only place inside the star where nuclear fusion is taking place. It's not taking place out where we see the prominences that jump off the sun and solar flares. That's plasma, which is free protons and electrons, but it's not the nucleus, the core, where the fusion's actually taking place. There's no fusion going on in the outer part of the sun. And the same thing with massive stars, too. They do create shells around the core of stuff that fuses, but when that all stops, the core collapses. And now the overlying mass surrounding the core rushes in as well because there's nothing to push it out anymore. And meanwhile, you've got stuff blowing outward at high rates of speed and intercepting stuff that's falling in, and that stuff just wreaks havoc. It also releases a lot of things called neutrinos, and when a supernova occurs, the neutrinos get out of the star right away, well, relatively speaking, because they move at the speed of light. The particles like protons and electrons and so on that are rushing out, well, they take hours and hours to leave the big stars. So what we'll see before a supernova actually occurs is a stream of neutrinos. They're like a precursor. It's like saying,
okay,
supernova coming. And so we'll have hours to retask telescopes and move them to the position of the sky.
I was going to say, so in Betelgeuse, is that...
Betelgeuse.
All right, Betelgeuse. Is that an example of what we're looking for, these indicators, to let us know that it's inevitably happening?
Yes. And so what will happen is when we see the neutrino stream from the Betelgeuse region, all telescopes, including ours, are going to aim at Betelgeuse, even during the day. In a few hours, what will happen is we're going to end up seeing the moment when all of the material that's rushing outward from inside the star finally reaches the surface of the star and blows outward into the universe.
Wow.
And when that happens, so in other words, when an explosion is underway in a star that's massive like that, the star is already dead. It's already gone, and it doesn't know it.
Well, that's going to... Is there... I mean, if you were to take a best guesstimate, are we talking 100 years, 50 years? What are we talking?
Well, they're saying anywhere between now and 10,000 years from now.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, yes, but it could already have happened.
Right.
And we're waiting for the light to reach us to show that it did.
Wow.
And that would be 750 years ago, roughly, because that's how far Betelgeuse is 750 light years away. So the light takes 750 years to get here.
I got to ask a stupid question. I have to ask the stupid question. Is there any way that our technology can cheat time and,
see it ahead of time?
Right.
Yeah, I wish, but no.
I have to ask because, no, right? No. Okay. Now, this is a beautiful image because you can see the spot.
Oh, yeah, that's the red spot on Jupiter. That's such a that image was like 10 seconds of stacking of like a few short exposures. And I mean, you see all kinds of details in the cloud bands. I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. With the wide field scope, you can't see that because the field of view is so small. This telescope, it's way more impressive.
Yeah, you can clearly see it. It's Warren. Hold on a second. What's going on? I'm doing a live stream with Mark D'Antonio talking about planets and stars and nebulae. What's
Sorry, I didn't know.
Is everything good? Everything good? Remember, we're live. Do I need to mute?
Dude, no.
Okay.
Really good. Utah just beat the Jets.
What does that mean? That are they out of it though?
Yeah, well, it's pretty slim chances. For them,
Hey,
man,
Slim is
but
better than my New York Rangers, where there's none.
They just got whooped today.
They're done. I told you they're
Shutout.
toast. They're toast.
No, I don't know what happened. I thought it was going to be their year, but all right, man. I'll let you get back to your show. I didn't know you were doing it. I was just going to call and go. I can't believe we just beat the Jets.
Yeah, I might as well say it to you. He's making ads for me for KGRA. So he's made a couple. How many did you make so far, Mark? Like one video?
Oh, Mark.
I made a video, and then I made the audio only, and I'm
Audio.
gonna take the audio, put a video to it.
Yes. So he's working on it, and also he's all in about maybe we'll see people in some Sky Tour shirts and caps and stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Well, tell Mark hi for me.
He can hear you. You heard him?
I
Hi,
hear you.
Mark. I can't hear him though.
Yeah, he can't. You can't hear him. He says, "What's
I
up?
can't hear Mark.
What's up, Warren?" Yeah, he's all in on that aspect. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, sick.
All right, dude. Have a great weekend. Call me tomorrow. Call me
Okay.
later. Bye. Anyway, getting back to this, let me put the next image in because I just like totally. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, see, now that is the expanding supernova remnant that's in the constellation Cygnus
Wow.
from a star that blew up, I guess about 8,000 years ago or so. And it's an expanding shell of debris. Some's coming toward us, some's going away from us. None of this is going toward us, per se. That stuff's going to the right. But then the stuff you can't see, there's a central part of this, which is to the left of the image. It's a massive, massive remnant. It's bigger than several full moons in size. And this is the veil. In fact, this is the western veil.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And its beauty belies the fact that that's a sterile, hot, lifeless environment, because that gas is being ionized to glow by collisions in the interstellar medium with other stuff.
Wow.
That's pretty darn crazy.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. And folks, and I'm going to put the website up, skytourlive.org. If you scroll down to the bottom, there's so many areas. He's got merchandise. He's got where you can see his live streams, the show that he does on KGRA. But at the bottom, you can see where all the images are located, the database. Just click on it and go through some of it. There's so much there, you'll be there for weeks, if not months. That's how much stuff he's got uploaded on that site. So skytourlive.org. All right, let's go to the next image. And Mark will be joining me for full length next week at 8 p.m. Eastern, where maybe he'll do a live stream and we will simulcast it here so everybody could see it and give you an example. Oh, that looks like a brain. What is that, Mark?
Oh, that's actually a different type of stellar death that we're looking at, but it's not the death has not occurred yet.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, this is there's a star in the middle there. You can see it. Yep, that's the one. That star's temperature is exceedingly high. This is a very interesting star. It used to be a regular star. It was very massive to begin with, so I guess I could say it's never been a regular star.
Mhm.
But its stellar winds are so strong that the winds themselves outside the core were blowing off the outer layers of the star. And that's what we're seeing here.
Wow.
We're seeing the outer layers of the star blown off by exceedingly massive star, very, very powerful winds. We say stellar winds, we're talking about the particles, the protons, the electrons that are moving off the star so fast that if they struck you, they would rip you to pieces before you could even know what was happening.
Yep.
And it's very hot, and that star you see left behind, that's the exposed core of the star, okay, that's sitting there. And it is literally a short time from supernova. These are very massive stars, and the supernova will literally obliterate that entire nebula you're looking at and fill the universe with whatever the star made inside of its core for periodic table elements, and then blast out and expand outward at high speed. When I say high speed, okay, it's moving, several 1,000 kilometers per second moving outward, and it's not like the fastest thing on the earth. It's not going light speed or anything. The light itself goes light speed, but the material goes a lot slower.
Well,
That's called the Crescent. That's called the Crescent Nebula, by the way.
so this is just a little sneak peek preview for next week when he'll be on for quite some time, depending. Hopefully, maybe we start it a little later. Because what time do you usually? Because it's a different time zone. What is that? Mountain or Pacific, where the telescopes are?
Well, we're 3 hours away
All
right
right.
now.
So that means you would start streaming at what, like 9:30, 10 here Eastern?
No, I've been having to start about 10:45 actually.
Really? So later than that?
Yeah, and as summer approaches,
Yep.
I have to start somewhere close to midnight.
That's right. That's right. Because like when it's 4th of July, it's just getting dark at like 9.
Exactly. So, but that's okay.
What's
You know,
up,
I just-
Astro?
My schedule a little.
All right, so folks, this is I'm gonna get it right now, and you'll be able to see it. Here we go. It's bookmarked. It better pop up easy. So this is his website here, Sky Tour live stream, and like I said, all the stuff is here. He's got the store, the radio show that's on KGRA. If you want to help for funding, because like he said, it costs some money to make all this stuff run. And he's looking at a new camera. You can see the quality already and the investment he has. He's got 2 and soon 3 because he lives nearby in Connecticut, and he's going to be putting a solar observatory here. So
Yeah, that'll be in Connecticut.
yeah, that'll be here. So, and this is what I was saying. This is where you can see his latest feeds. They're posted here. But also, he's got the all-sky camera. And here it is. And I don't want to click on it, but you go here, click on his online database. It will take you forever to go through all the amazing images that are in here.
We
Just-
have all the way back to 2021.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of equipment we give away as well.
Yep.
We give away telescopes. We give away binoculars. We list all of our winners. It's a lot of fun, and no, it's just amazing.
Well, folks, check it out. And he'll be on with me next week, and maybe we'll start later. Or I'll start just by chilling out, and then when he's ready to go live, if the weather permitting, then we will jump on his stream and cover it here, and you'll see exactly. And maybe we figure this out. I can co-host with him while I'm sharing all this stuff here, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
We'll figure that out. Just like we're doing now on Skype.
yeah, exactly.
So
But we're doing it on Teams.
exactly. So we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So skytourlive.org, skytourlive.com. Check out the website. And I want to thank Mark for coming out for a few minutes to share with us some images. But next week, we might be in for a special treat. If we can see what he does live. And he's got amazing telescopes. You can't imagine the quality from land-based telescopes. This is not like he's in a major observatory on top of a mountain, but he's in an excellent dark sky venue area to do this. And it is.
We actually,
Go ahead.
we're on in Benson, in the Benson, Arizona place. We're on a high plateau with like 9 other professional astronomers and professional observatories. And we're like a public outreach observatory that has joined that mountain. And it's really cool, and there's someone at 7 site,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
and so we always have, coverage.
awesome. That's right.
Yeah.
Starlink.
Yeah, well, we're not using Starlink there yet, but we will be using Starlink if the internet,
Yeah,
doesn't work. We've
it's got
lost the internet a couple times there.
it's good to have a backup.
It is, but
And
anyway.
the great
All
thing
right.
the great thing about Starlink is if you ever wanted to go mobile,
Yes, that's right.
because that's a great option to have where you can just set up any way you want. Let's go here.
Yes,
And
it is.
there's Starlink. Just saying. All right, Mark. Have a great night and get to work.
All right, Bill. Thank you.
Make me those ads. And I'll see you on Wednesday night with Tara for Sky Tour, which airs at 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern on KGRA Digital Broadcasting. So,
That's right. Right. Right
Um,
after the Paranormal Rangers and right before Clyde Lewis.
exactly. All right, Mark. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by. And everybody, he'll be back next week. And we're going to be, hopefully, the weather is cooperative and we can see some real time telescope viewing and how he does what he does. And it's an educational experience. I suggest you check out his channel, Sky Tour live stream on YouTube. Also on do you stream to X?
I think I need like a professional account for that, so no.
Okay.
But I started streaming to Kick, and I think I got the
Twitch?
Facebook streaming back. No, Kick. I
Okay.
got Twitch, Provo, but I don't. There's nobody watching.
What about Rumble?
Yeah, Rumble.
Okay.
So Rumble, Kick, Facebook,
YouTube.
and there's one other one there.
We got to
I
get
don't know.
you. We got to get you on TikTok.
Yeah, streaming to TikTok's another thing. I just need to have static keys.
Mhm.
Because
I'll help you because we use the same thing, so I'll try to help you get this sorted.
yeah,
On
Kick has.
TikTok.
So I was hoping I could do a stream tonight so I could see it work, but I can't.
All right. Well,
All
listen. Have a great night.
Hey, man.
And I'll talk to you in the next day or so.
Thanks, Bill. Talk to you soon.
All right, Mark. Have a great one.
Yeah, bye, folks. Bye-bye.
So that is Mark D'Antonio. And like I said, what he does is so impressive. It just really is. It's remarkable, to be honest, what he does. And it's such an educational experience, like I said, with the images. I mean, it's incredible. Let's see what's going on here now. There's still some tornado warnings out there. Look at some of these storms still. These cells. Okay, they seem to be, but see, there's still the potential here. It's incredible. Okay, this one, these are expiring. This is the last one that's more recent. That cell right there. Oh my gosh, he's in the middle of it. Okay, let's just see what's going on here. Oh my God, Bob, it was crazy last night. But yes, he does do excellent work, Genghis. He does. And another thing about Mark, and I'm not saying this because he's a friend, I'm just being real. His presentations at these conferences and events are just amazing for so many reasons. Because he just makes it so interesting. He makes it fun. He throws humor in there. It's educational. And I'm going to tell you, you could tell how the audience is engaged and the interaction. Another thing he does, he'll talk to everybody after he's done with his presentation. He takes the time out to speak that anybody has a question, he's going to address it. And he told me this a long time ago. Bill, there's no such thing as a stupid question. That's why I said it before. Mark, I got a stupid question. Because his opinion is no one has a stupid question. There's no such thing. Because, some of us we're trying to learn about more about astronomy, and it can be intimidating because of the lack of knowledge. But you're talking to somebody who has a lot of knowledge, so that's why I would preface it by saying I'm going to ask a stupid question right now. Wow, that's Storm. Yeah, right there. But we'll have a lot of fun with it next week. And I think people that are watching, Mark is amazing. He is great at explaining everything away. He really is. He breaks it down for people to understand. And that's another thing. He throws out so much information. It's like you have to be a sponge to absorb it all, if that makes any sense. It's incredible. It really is incredible. The amount of knowledge. I'm going to raise my mic up a little because I know it did it. I got to check my sound settings. StreamYard did it again. So I was doing work earlier. Let me check my audio settings here. I have a feeling. For some reason, StreamYard does not like me. My audio. My mixer board. It's not really that off. It's okay. Good. Good to check anyway. Hopefully these guys will have a well-deserved rest after a day and night like this. I cannot emphasize how bad it is in some areas down here. I was showing some images earlier. There was one image, I don't know, I think it was in Kentucky. The water was up maybe a foot below a basketball rim. You know how high the water has to be? What's up, Johnny? Cool. Thank you for telling Amanda. When I saw that image, I was like, is that right? It was a park. And the water may have been a foot, maybe 2 feet away from the actual rim. That's high water. It's not just about the thunderstorms and the tornadoes. That goes without saying. It's all this rain associated with it, and it's causing such horrific flooding for a lot of people. The flooding is going to be something that they're going to have to deal with for weeks to come. Because rivers have to crest, that water has to flow down and eventually exit into the Gulf. All that water, where's the water going? It's going to all come down, and it's going to be fast-moving water. And that doesn't even count what flood-prone areas, low-lying areas, the mountains, mudslides, all that associated with this. Roads being washed away, debris traveling. I mean, yesterday we were watching some videos, and they were traveling in areas where there was ponding on the roads. That is beyond. You have to avoid them. The last thing you want to do is drive into this and get stuck. And then potentially, because I'm on TikTok, I'm watching how I say things, that the vehicle starts to move. I mean, not good. And that's why it's important in places like this, and a lot of places, to have that thing that you can't put in your car that you're able to break the glass. Yeah, that's a very important tool to have, because it could literally be a lifesaver. So, there are different things when you're dealing with a situation like this. Like, if he doesn't know this terrain, if it bottoms out, because water is always going to travel to a low point, if he hits a low point here when it's been raining like this, there's a possibility that there could be water ahead of him, and he may not recognize it because of the water sitting. Now, when you're driving, when you're going declining or uphill, whatever, but still, and this is a highway, so you don't expect that. But when you're dealing with the side roads, like when you're going under an overpass, not good. Not good at all. And look at all the wipers can't even, look at all that rain. It's just coming down. Where is he? He's got to be really close to this cell. Oh yeah, they're all three of them. All three of them are out there. 1, 2, 3. It's like they're following each other. Look, he's behind him. They're all together. They're all in the same place. Now, that's not the vehicle probably right in front of him. You never know. See, look at this. Look how hard it's coming down. So he's in the back here. He's got the lead. He's heading toward that cell. So they're all on the same road heading north, trying to get near this storm cell right now. The three of them. And I wouldn't doubt, what's up, Kath? I wouldn't doubt this is their last little adventure, so to speak, for the night. Because it's after 9 there, and they've been at it for hours. I want to see, he's closest to it, but who has the best image? Whoa. See, he has that camera that he can raise his gain. Like mine. Not his front. He's got multiple cameras on this vehicle. Whoa. I'm going to take myself off camera. Whoa. Winds are picking up there. Let me see what my weather looks like. Just to give you a quick look at this, I'm going to save the image. And this is in Falmouth, Kentucky. Oh, it's not going to let me save it. Cancel that. I'm going to put this quickly on the screen. Look how high that water is. Look where the basketball rim is. Rising waters of the Licking River touch the basketball hoops at Max Goldberg Park today in Falmouth, Kentucky. Look how high the water is. That's a basketball rim. That's unbelievable. Yeah, it's going to be chilly this week where we're at in our area, Kathy. Definitely. It's going to be a cold week, actually. There are some places to the north and... yeah, pretty much to the north, whether it's north, northwest, northeast, that could get snow here in a few days. Snow. Let me look at the satellite imagery. Let's see what's going on outside. Actually, the clouds are breaking, but not really. Let me put this in motion. You have to see all the lightning strikes going on. Nah, the clouds are rolling in. Not worth putting the camera outside. Just check this out, though. Look at all that lightning. Look at all that lightning. My gosh. That's unbelievable. That's current. This is the loop. But when it ends, that's current. So there's still a lot of lightning going on out there. So even at this time of night, there is still a lot of strong storms in here. Look at all the frequent lightning. Look at that. So there's a piece here exiting Mississippi, northeastern Mississippi, entering Tennessee right here. And this piece is heading into Kentucky. I don't know if it's going to hold together. Look at Arkansas. Arkansas has been active. It's pretty much fading a little bit now, but Arkansas has had such bad weather in the last few days. It's unbelievable. Oklahoma, Missouri, Indiana. I mean, but you could see where the majority has been sitting for days. Right in this general area. That's unbelievable. Let's look at the radar. And you could see there's a stronger cluster up here. And then what we've been watching here. But look at this. Look at this line up here. And it's, I mean, that is nasty weather. And now let's go back. And let's see if there's any other alerts going on. This one just got issued in Tennessee. And there's that cluster we were just talking about. We were just talking about that. Right in here, there's tornado warnings being issued. Just the same areas getting hit with all this rain. It's a deluge. Now this is southwest of Nashville. But it's heading east-northeast. But this is a nasty situation here. Now look at the general movement of the precipitation, but look how this thing is going sideways. Tornado. That is incredible. Yeah, and I tried to explain this for those that are concerned with Ron and his health. He had a stent procedure. Stent procedures are common. I've had 2 of them. It's a surgery, but it's not as bad as you think. Now, anything can happen during any surgery, but you're awake during this. Now, in my situation, it was much more worse than what Ron is going through. Much worse, because I was having a freaking heart attack. And if they didn't clear it and put a stent in me, I may not be sitting here right now. Just to put things in perspective. Now, there are the warning signs and indicators when they discover that there's arteries that are blocked. Yes, it's great when you're able to get that done, that procedure, because the blockage is there. But I was at the point where I was suffering from angina, which is the pain associated to having blocked arteries, and rushed to a hospital that they literally had to get me into the cardiology lab to do.
Are they still having a hard time?
Yeah, it's pretty bad still out there.
Yeah.
To put a stent in right away.
Huh?
No, Mom, I'm talking about.
No, I got another candle to light up.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Light a candle, Mom.
yeah. I got the Jesus candle.
Those are common procedures.
So where is it at?
And it can take anywhere from 45 minutes, depending on the difficulty they may have.
Bill?
Oh my gosh, Mom. The
Where is it
South Central states. That's where this is nasty too, where these guys are. Mom, I'm doing the weather.
at? But I want to know so I could get
Just put prayer for those in the path of the storms. So, literally, I was at a place in my situation where, thank God, I called the ambulance. Thank God they got here quick. Thank God they got me to the hospital and they put me immediately in that room. Because I can hear the doctors having conversations because you're awake. And you can see the screens that they look at while they're doing what they're doing. I didn't look. I closed my eyes. And I was trying to relax. I literally felt it when they unblocked the artery because the pain instantly went away. You never want to get to the point where that happens, like what happened to me. So when I hear somebody had a stent put in, that's very common. It's not like, he made it. It's common. Now, it depends on the seriousness, like bypass. That's a whole different. But stents, common. So that's why I wasn't concerned. Because I already knew what he was going in for, because we had this discussion to arrange transportation and get this done ASAP before it becomes a situation like it did for me. But now the point is, anyone who has that procedure, they have to change their life, their diet, their exercise regimen if they can. This is where you have that choice now to change and do better for yourself regarding your health. If you don't, especially when you have a stent put in, you have to let that stent adapt to your body. You have to, literally, you cannot be doing crazy things like junk food and greasy foods. You just had a stent. That's the worst thing you could do. The worst. So, great, like me. What did I do? I lost 70 pounds, working out, exercising, dieting. Hopefully, people do the same for themselves. Because if they don't, then that surgery is a waste of time. Literally. So now it's based on what the individual has to do. It is a life-altering, life-change moment. Now's your chance. You're going to have those paths. Choose the right one. This is your shot. Seriously. Yeah, X. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so you can still see there's a lot of still bad weather going on here. It's incredible. It's been days. It's like, but as I was saying earlier, there's optimism here. At least what I see on the maps. Their weather is going to change now for the way better, but they need to. They need this rain to recede. There's a lot of flooding. But right now, the moisture's still coming up. There's a low pressure right there in Texas. That's why you have this nasty weather going on right now. You have this moisture coming in from the Gulf. There's a low pressure right here. This interaction with this colder air coming out of the northwest and then west interacting with this warmer air is what's causing those storms right now. Right there. But now look what happens Monday. Oh, the winds are coming down from the north. They're in the clear. And let's look at it. Nice. Great models for them. Look at that. A nice, quiet, this is going into next weekend. A nice, quiet pattern. Until this happens. Potentially, because this model is 9 days out. Another storm setup. But this is 9 days out. It's usually not accurate past 5. But this is something to watch for this area again as the moisture comes back up from the Gulf. Not saying this is going to happen because this map's way out. But something to keep in mind and see how this develops because this high pressure is forming. It's going to pump a lot of warm, moist air coming into the Texas and these areas here. So this needs to be watched carefully. Because this setup is going to bring a lot of stormy weather into Texas. Potentially. So that's why you look at those things. And that's how I'm able to predict the weather a few days out. Before they even start talking about it. Because I'm looking at models. I'm looking at data. And constantly doing it. Because you have to know like what the influence of the high pressure or the interaction of this low pressure. It's not hard, but you just have to have a good basic understanding of it. All right, I'm sorry, I'm just looking now at TikTok. Can you tell me about Fayetteville? Let's look at Fayetteville. Let me bring the TikTok chat into the front here so I could see everyone. All right, we're going to do that for you guys. Hold on. So who's first? Raish. How is Huntsville? Huntsville's Alabama, right? Remember, I'm a New Yorker, so you guys got to educate me. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, the storms are to your north. You should be okay. You should be definitely okay. You had a couple of storms come past, but the majority of the activity is now to your north. You should be okay there. Somebody said something else. Fayetteville. Tennessee? Am I spelling it right? Oh my God, I'm probably not. Okay. Now it should. And that's in Tennessee. Where is this? Tennessee? Where are we looking? Yeah, Tennessee. Yeah, you're also had those storms roll in a little while ago, but you have to watch. Some of this line is coming, but I don't know if this is going to affect. It's going to go right above if it continues on that trajectory. It should pass north of Fayetteville. But I would definitely keep an eye on that. But I think it's going to pass to your north. could see where it is. And this would be the last loop right there. So just based on the motion, it's probably going to go to your north. But just keep an eye out. That would be my advice. Alright, let's see if anybody else, the way the storm chasers are. Where'd they go? Okay, they might be way down more to the south. Yeah, they're over here. They're right in it on this cell. Whoa. Whoa, what's going on here? Debris on the road. A tree. So all the storm chasers are here. They're all here. They're all huddled together. Look at them. Yep. They're all together. They're helping each other. He's probably the front vehicle. All right, let's stay here because this seems to be a better connection. So this is another cell that they're near. But I don't know if there's any... Oh yeah, that's a pretty strong... Okay, now they just jumped. He's on the other side of it. But after that, they're done. They're done after this. There's nothing behind it. So this will be the end of their night. Thank gosh. This is it for them. I would predict. This is the last cell. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, Johnny. Oh, my gosh, yeah. And I had to get up early today to go run errands. Oh, was it tough. Oh, my gosh. I got up at 11. Because I went to bed at 6:30. And hello to those on TikTok. What's going on now? Oh, yeah, there's a few Fayettevilles. Yeah, but I can't do it on the Tube, or Facebook. I would have to get off. But that'd be pretty cool to cover. Maybe we'll do that. But we're going to have to get off of the Tube. What are you doing? What are you up to? Oh, you're up to no good. I know that. Mr. Spoiled. Maybe we should do that. Bob, do me a favor. Put a link in the chat for that. Because maybe we'll cover that launch. Maybe. Because I'll tell you one thing. After the last few days, I am actually tired of talking. I just want to sit back and relax. Because it's been rough. I was actually going to play a game tonight. I was hoping it was nice outside to put the camera. Oh, speaking of that. I just want to show folks. I just got to check on Mom for a second. I'll be right back. Because I know she called me. I got to check on her. Come on, Tycho. Let's check on Mommy. Come on. Are you all right over here? can only imagine, Ma. I can only imagine. Oh, that tray. I got chips. Mom makes me laugh sometimes. She tells me stories from the past. It's like, I never heard that one before. And that's kind of weird. Oh my gosh, she makes me laugh. And I'm not, I mean, there's still a cell there, but wow, that cell got more intense. But see, there's some purples in there. This cell, I think these guys might want to travel and try to get ahead of it again. If they really, because this one, yeah, there's a tornado warning in that one. This expires soon though. But they might have to keep an eye on this cell. Matter of fact, let's see where the nearest radar indicator is. Let's see what's going on with these alerts. How many are left? There's only 2 warning areas right now. Okay, it's going to refresh it. There it is. And this one is in Tennessee. Yeah, that's that one. That is Mount Pleasant, Columbia. Yeah, that camera's right there. What's this one? So we'll keep an eye on that, but I don't know if these guys are done. They seem to be. Wow. Look at that. Wow, it just it looks like there's water everywhere. I mean, not for nothing. He shouldn't even drive in this. I mean, look at it. That's that cell I just showed. That's where he's at. I mean, he's still going. He's a trooper. That's him. Where's he going? The other guy's way up here. He's done. He's done for the night. He's done. Depending on which way they're moving. I would have to stay focused on him to see if he's moving. He's probably moving south. I don't know if he's going north toward this cell. Kind of looks like he is, but he might be also done for the night. I mean, they've been out there, like I said, for hours. Let's see where he is. Let's see which way he's moving. Is he moving east, or is he getting away from it? He's getting away from it. See that? Oh, wait a minute. Just jogged back up. Is he going west toward the cell? Oh, yes, he is. He's not giving up. Look at that. He's heading west. East, I mean. Yep. He's heading right for it. Wow. Wow. He's still going. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Let me get it. Let me just take this off so I don't pull it off. So, in a situation like this, when there's no low light at night, these cameras are built for that. These cameras have like the best low light resolution out there in the market. The A7S series. This is the A7S III. So the ISO range on these are insane in a good way. My battery should have a charge. So let me focus if we're in here. Okay, there's the focus. You can't tell. I could connect it. Let's do that. And we'll shut the lights. All right, let me shut it off for now so I don't waste the battery. I have everything so nice and neat. Wires wrapped up, nice. Looking for the end. I don't want to mess this up because I have everything organized so nicely now. Here it is. Alexa, brighten living room light 50%.
Okay.
Gotta tighten this. It's very important because that keeps the camera from pulling down. It's a lock, it's a cage. This keeps the HDMI locked in so that it doesn't weigh down. Which is amazing, actually. Alexa, shut off living room light.
Okay.
Okay, so the room is dark over there. Let me turn it on. This is the kind of camera they need. This is when you see sky watches and all that stuff, when they're doing meteor showers. Okay, let me just fix this because it's super bright on the ISO. So we're gonna bring it down. Okay, now we're gonna focus. It's not perfect, but okay. I don't want to tangle my feet up on the cable. And now let's go to mine. Okay. Let me try to get this sorted here. We should have a picture. Display capture. That's his. His is confusing mine. It's kind of funny. Okay. Let me unplug this and reset it. This is very difficult. Let me hold this camera. I gotta put the camera down. It's a very expensive camera. Okay, let me screw this back in. Okay, let's turn it. I'm trying to get it connected. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't like that pressure on it. All right, let's see. I'm kind of stuck because I can't reach the mouse now. This camera's big. Okay, we're on the side. I hate when Streamlabs does that. All right, hold on. Let me fit this to screen. Transform, fit to screen. Oh, really? You're gonna start that? Okay, let me try it now. I can't get that background screen. Transform. Really? Okay, there's that. So now that is the screen. Hey, for some reason it's glitching. You shouldn't do that. All right. I would have to reboot it, and I'm not going to do that just for this. But you'll get the idea in a second. I'm going to stand up. Ugh! So the room is dark over there. The focus might be a little bad. But watch how that area is going to light up. I can make it look like daytime. It's actually that dark, right? Actually darker. That's how dark it is over there in that corner of the room. But with this, I can make it look like daytime. Now, of course, it's out of focus. I would have to focus it. But that's what this camera can do. There's the focus. The power of this camera for low light is incredible. Again, right now in the room, that's actually how dark it is in here. But yet, we can make that look like that. And I'm shutting it down. That is the power of this camera. That's why when they do like these kind of observations, I'm going to turn my stuff back on now. When they do this, this is the kind of equipment you want. Because it's just going to look outstanding at night during a storm. It'll look like that. You can see everything going on then. So depending on the type of equipment at your disposal, this is something that you would want. And it's not hard to stream, because I do it all the time with Skywatches. Uh-oh, I just took this piece off. That is not good. We do not want to lose that piece. That goes on the cage. Alexa, turn on the ring room light.
Okay.
This is a very important piece. So, low light resolution. That's the key. With a camera like this. And it also has a night filter inside. Between the lens and the sensor, there's a filter that lays over the sensor. That is for night light pollution. Alexa, shut off the living room light. So there's different types of equipment that you could use for something like what they're doing. It literally is like, where is he going now? He's going to this cell. This guy's really... Uh-oh. He doesn't have a signal right now. We'll keep an eye on him. Wow, look at these cells. I'm surprised if this is the one we were keeping an eye on. There's still some nasty cells out there. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that whole line. Right in here. Still going on. Soon, but see, these cameras don't have the ability to, oh, this one does. That one doesn't look too bad. That one actually doesn't look too bad. Which one was that? That's the one, okay. Let's see this one. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad either. Look at that. These are where these storms are coming, heading, generally, in the direction of this. And it's hard to tell which way they're facing, but that's this one. What about this one? And that one's a little tougher. Stop. Yeah, that one's hard to see too. But that cell is right there. Let's see which way these are headed. Oh, that one's heading across. So if that's the case, this camera up here. Yeah, we can't see with that one. It might have to be this one. Can't really see with that one either. What about this one? That might be the one. And where is this camera located? Columbia, Tennessee. Fire station number 3. That's where that camera is. Wow. This one is like right there though. We're gonna stay on this for a minute. Those cells are heading this way. And sometimes they have the ability to move the camera. Now let's think about this. If the lightning is flashing more predominantly on this side, looks like the storm is coming from. The clouds look like they're moving. It's hard to tell. But this is not good for here. Let's look again. This is this camera. This is this one where this cell is heading. Right there. So the storm is off to their west-southwest. So we might be looking, if this is going north, this might be facing east if the storm is coming from this side, because it's going this way. I'm just trying to figure out which way the camera's facing. But this is not good for here. I mean, anybody who lives in this area, you have some nasty cells coming your way here. Columbia. Possibly south of Columbia. And that's not the only thing. Look at these cells popping up down here. There was definitely rotation earlier. That's why they put this box up right there. There was definitely rotation earlier in this storm cell. Right there. But look at this one. Look at this cell. Let's stop this. This, here, potentially here, maybe, who knows. But you still have some nasty cells out there. Like that one. All right, let's stay focused on this camera. Not that one. We're going to have to go to the one behind it. The fire station. Come on. Wow. And hello to those in TikTok. It's Pebbles, Mike. There's a user, a Judy, Mary, Ryan, 2 users, Elaine, Melissa. If you're still there. I'm trying to pull up the TikTok chat. I don't know where it went. I put it in front of the screen. And I don't know which one it is, which box. Trovo. Here it is. Okay, I got it. As it's approaching 10 local time, it's 10:52 here. Oh my God, the launch. Yeah, I can't share certain things. Yeah, I can't mess with that. Not while I'm on YouTube and Facebook. I may have to skip the Starlink. The Starlink launch. Just trying to see. The rain is definitely picking up. It's getting almost impossible to view because of the rain. The rain is, a lot of it's blowing sideways. Whoa. I'm keeping an eye on that flag too. If the wind picks up. This cell is heading right toward them. Columbia, Tennessee, I believe. I wonder what it's doing out here. Let me check my weather. Let me check my Ring doorbell. It's the easiest way. Well, one of the Rings. Oh, one camera I gotta charge. Yeah, it's cloudy here. This is what's going on in front of my house right now. It's cloudy. You could see that. No bear, no deer, no raccoons, no skunks, no coyotes. Nice and quiet. Could be cats out there. But it's pretty quiet in front of the house. Yep. Nothing crazy out there. Just a nice, quiet, peaceful night in front of my house. It's nice and quiet. I like it when it's quiet. Let me see the back. Because if the color is on, that means there's animals in the backyard. If not, then it's all peaceful. Yeah, it's peaceful back there. There's nothing going on back there. Let me try. Let me see. Back door. Mom is crazy. You know, this doesn't make sense to me when she does things like this. But she put an umbrella for the cats there. The cats can go under the gazebo. They can go under the table where I put these cushions. The cats have plenty of places. They have cat houses in the front of the house. They have houses, heated houses, no less. The cats are fine. She puts an umbrella out there. That umbrella is going to get destroyed. That's mom. That's what mom does. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to get that later and not tell her. Unbelievable. Yep, that battery's toast. Okay, let's get back to this. That cell is getting close. Whoa. The flag is still. This almost looks like my ring. And that's the good thing about the GoPros too. They come with, you can buy the cases for them and you could put them out there in the weather, underwater. It's an underwater case actually. I have one for my Hero. I do not have one for my GoPro Max. At least not yet. Wow. Let's see where this is in relation to this cell. Oh yeah. This is 10:58. 1 minute old. It's heading generally right where this camera is. Again, for those who live in this area, remember, you got really some strong cells still out there. Look at this one. Look at these cells. This is where it is. This is heavy rain. With embedded thunderstorms in it, but not severe in nature. This is where it's still pretty bad out there. Yep. It's all in this same area. Okay. We definitely need to keep an eye on this one. And I'm sure if you want to check tomorrow, there's probably going to be a lot of coverage on what these storms, how it affected multiple states. I'm sure tomorrow you'll see a lot of that in the mainstream media news, on websites, YouTube, etc. Drone footage of the flooding. Who knows the damage from these storms, but I'm not going to do that. To be honest, if I was having something going down in my house, I want it to be private. I'm going through a lot of stress. I don't need other people to come here and start filming and showing what's going on in my home. I have to deal with this. I would say, what if I put myself in their shoes? Would I like it? I don't think so. That's the way I think of it. I would not like it myself. But that's just me. I wonder if he broke the record tonight. Bob, are you still around? I forgot I had to tell you something. That Glacial told me last night. You know about Mount Spur in Alaska, the volcano. They think it's going to erupt soon. So you might want to tell your volcano friend to keep an eye on Mount Spur in Alaska. Yeah, that cell's getting closer. Whoa. I really want to keep an eye on that flag, but I can put myself on the other side of the screen. I want to see if the wind picks up. Right now, look how still it is. That flag is barely moving. Actually, whoa, I'm gonna check something on my end.
Days. Sunday, 56 degrees Fahrenheit and showers. Monday, 47 degrees and lots of clouds. Tuesday, 41 degrees and intermittent clouds.
Winter!
Wednesday, 47 degrees and intermittent clouds. Thursday, 51 degrees and lots of clouds. Friday, 55 degrees and showers. Saturday, 54 degrees and rainy weather.
No bike riding this week. That's out. Oh, that's what I wanted to find out. I could just look it up. I don't want to talk to that. I wonder if he broke the record tonight. What's... Oh my gosh. Some people send me the wildest, funniest thing. And thank you, It's Pebbles, for following. And Emmy and Marbleman. I'm just cleaning out my messages. looking at an article from the Weather Channel. We better not play that. It's from the Weather Channel. What has been going on in this area? I don't even want to see it right now. Okay, I'm clear. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see where this cell is. It's right there. But it has weakened substantially. Let's see the other ones. Yep, the storms are weakening. That's great news. They are weakening. These are going to be dropped. There are 2 left. This in 7 minutes. Yeah, these are going to drop. Thankfully, the weather is losing intensity. At least for the severe risk of this, not the flooding, but as far as thunderstorms and possible tornado related, they're starting to weaken. But that, I mean, it's still strong storms. It's just not in the severe level. They look at the wind with the flag now. Look at the wind picking up. Wow. And I can't talk about it, but be safe, my friend, on assignment in the military overseas. Actually, there's a few of them. Look at that wind with that flag there. The cell is pretty much on top of them now. Look at the frequent lightning. It's hard to see with all the stuff that's going on the screen, but still. Okay, so you can look at the wind now with the flag. Who was hanging out last night? Oh, was it last night? Rough. It was rough waking up this morning. Oh my gosh. I went cray cray. I wonder where Nick is tonight. I haven't seen him all night. What's going on? It's kind of quiet tonight. It's Saturday night. People have better things to do, right? It's really not that late. It's only 11:15. I'm contemplating another coffee of café, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to have another cup of coffee. Wow, look at that rain. Look at the wind picking up now. That flag is whipping now. Wow, look at that. The cell is on top of them. That's intense. And hello to Brandy. Anyone who may be watching on TikTok. And Santiago, if you're watching. Somebody messaged me like hours ago and totally forgot. I just realized they messaged me. I'm like, oops, that was like a few hours ago. I don't know how long I've been streaming now, but it's got to be over a couple hours, easy. Yeah, that flag is moving now. Look at the lightning. But it's pretty hard to see now. But look at the lightning. But it's kind of like the rain it's just crazy to look at that. It's almost like making me dizzy to look at that. But like I said, the good thing is, though I don't like that little curve there, the storms are definitely diminishing. Though I would keep an eye on that little cell right there. But look at the rest of them. But there's still a lot of rain out here. And now the focus is going to become the flood threat, which already exists. There's flood warnings like all over the place. How many? 36? It's unbelievable. So that now it's the water concern for days in certain areas. So there you go. All right. I am done with the weather. Totally done. I need to chill out. That's what I need to do. What the hell did I do to my arm? So for those on TikTok, I'm gonna Alexa, turn on living room light.
Okay.
Don't blind me. Alexa, dim living room light 50%.
Okay.
I am going to now check to see if there's something else to watch. Just saying. Like here. Let's see what's going on over here. I can't put my camera outside because it's cloudy. And it's not looking good in this location tonight. What the heck is going on? Let's check here. It's still daylight. Yeah, it's still light here. And I cannot do Starlink. But I can do that. All right. So now I'm going to chill out. I'm going to stop the stream on the tube. I'm going to keep going on TikTok, Twitch, but we're stopping on the tube. So good night to those watching on there. And I'm going to stop Facebook, where we'll continue on TikTok and the other platforms. So I'm about to say goodnight on here. So for those on the tube, have a great rest of your night. I'm going to end the stream here. Okay, that's done. Now let's go to Facebook and end it there.